Hi, hello, hello. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good, Paul. How are you? Thanks so much for having me.
Doing amazing. Thank you. So happy to have you. Gosh, this movie is so much fun. So we have to talk about it. I mean, you gotta be so excited this is finally coming out, right?
Oh man, I was so hoping that we would get a theatrical release, and I am just over the moon. I am so excited to take my whole community, my whole village
Yeah.
to the movie theater and see movies as intended in the theaters, and
Mhm.
to see this, this message of do what makes you happy, do what you love. I think it's so important and so important in these very, very capitalistic,
Hmm.
hyper social media, influencery, private jet billionaire times. I'm thrilled. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Ah, that's great. See, I was thinking about that too. I was like, it's kind of the message we need right about now because we're in kind of dark times. So the counter program kind of works, doesn't it? It's
Yes,
perfect
it
timing.
does. And I've felt this way since the moment I read the script for the first time over 3 years ago, maybe close to four now. Probably, yes. Probably
Yeah.
about 4 years ago when I read the script for the first time. I was so struck. So struck. First of all, I mean, Oppenheimer's writing is so beautiful, and I love the way that he writes dialogue, and I love the way that he writes women. It's very
Yeah.
rare. It's clear that he loves his daughters. He has daughters. It's clear that he loves them so much because I can hear them. I can hear them in the dialogue in the women in this film. But it's such an important message that we need. It's okay to live a slow life. It's all
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely. Well, and the thing is also it kind of comes through that you had fun making it too, because like, we grow up and we think, how cool would it be to be on a TV show or be in a movie, and you get on set and you go, this isn't that fun, but this actually looks fun.
Oh, it was a blast. And what's really cool is that Larissa Lala Romaine, that played Jezebel, we've actually known each other our entire lives, and our parents have been friends since the
Oh,
80s.
wow.
There's a photo of the two of us framed in my parents' house from my eighth birthday party, and we never got to film anything together. We never got to be in a show together. So it was an unbelievable and surreal experience to finally get to do a film together. And, Faith Gitchell, who plays Mary, and Dan Thompson, who plays Dylan, the two of them have become two of my best friends. It's so special, the friendships that I have made on this film, the bonds that I have made on this film. And Claire Coleman, who was the head of hair and makeup, is now one of my best friends on,
Uh,
and it's remarkable. We
yeah.
became such a family on this set. And every single member of the cast and the crew were just unbelievable. It was a blast. It was a joy to come to work every day. I woke
Yeah.
up at 5:30 in the morning every day, leaping out of bed. So excited. Well, not leaping. I didn't have
Yeah.
that great of a mobility, but
Rolling quickly.
well, very carefully standing.
Yeah. I love it. Well, and of course it makes us think about the music that we're going to get from you personally too, right? I've been seeing the videos. I'm like, this is great. So tell us about what's going on there.
Yeah, so my debut album, Stories, Lies, Allegories, and Fables, is out now. Everywhere you can stream your music, it's a 12-song album. It's folk rock, and there's a little bit of pop, a little bit of soul, a little bit of gospel in there. There's a lot of really fun influences, but I'll give you a little secret.
All
My
right.
song, We Could Have Made Movies, I actually started writing while I was filming Peas and Carrots.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's heavily inspired by some of my experiences that I had filming Peas, and with that sort of movie world element,
Hmm.
it was heavily inspired by working on this film.
Good. Well, look at you. You're having fun for a living, and I know people look up to that and they think, see, that's what I want to do. But you make it look easy. So, what kind of advice would you give to those that want to follow in your footsteps?
You have to love it.
Hmm.
Have to love it because it isn't an easy life. You're going to experience a lot of rejection. You are going to go through periods of unemployment. So be qualified to have some sort of day job, be it a server, a nanny, whatever it is. Understand that if you're employed 75% of the time, I think I've heard it said if you want to have a 30-year career, prepare to be unemployed for 10 of them. And put the work in.
Hmm.
Put the work in. Do the training. you get into a good acting class, get a good vocal coach. If you can work with a great producer, great. And pour whatever you have that day into the work. It's hard when you sit down and do a self tape, or it's hard when you have to write a song and you have stuff because you got into a fight with your mom, your best friend, your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever it is. Bring it into the work. You
Hmm.
have a gift, you have a place that you can use it safely, safely, but also protect your mental health. And if
Hmm.
there is something else that you think you might want to explore, I highly encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
Explore that too. Explore that too. Make sure that you are a person that the arts is oxygen to you if you really want to do it professionally. Because to me, it's oxygen. I mean, I'm sure you heard the story. I broke my ankle on this film, and they said we can shut it all down. And I said I am filming. I am
Hmm.
filming today. I was in tears when I found out my ankle was broken, not because I was frightened in that moment of my dance career going away, which I was also a professional dancer, but
Hmm.
my fear was, am I going to be able to film today?
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to be on set. And I filmed hours later. I was on camera probably 3 hours later.
Mm.
And that was completely my decision because all I wanted to do was the work. All I wanted to do was film. All I wanted to do was tell this story. And if you really want to do this, you totally can. If you are a person that can stick through it, stick it out, keep working even when it's really hard, pick yourself up after one of those auditions where you get feedback that just leaves you on the floor crying. If you can pick yourself up after that, you can be successful in this industry. You can totally do it. And I'm frightened that that sounds really harsh, but if you can stick it out, if you can stick through it, you can do it.
Hmm.
You can.
Well said. So my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys. He caught the Hail Mary and went to the Hall of Fame. And we know the Hail Mary term now, but we talk about those Hail Mary moments, the moment in your life or career where you just kind of had to go for it and it worked out for you. And I would say this is pretty much it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what an incredible moment. What a crazy moment that on Friday, October 3rd, um,
Yes.
I'm gonna get to go to the movie theater
Mhm.
with my whole community, with my village, and get to see myself in an AMC. That's
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. I've worked my entire life for this moment, and I feel incredibly grateful and I feel so unbelievably lucky that it's Evan Oppenheimer's work that gets to be seen in this grand of a scale because he's extraordinary. He's just exceptionally talented. And all of the cast in this film, Jordan Bridges, Amy Carlson, uh,
Hmm.
Callum Vinson is killing it right now.
Yeah.
Hello, celebrity, biggest name in the film. Hello. And Faith Gitchell, this is her first film, and she is this exceptionally talented. She's so fantastic as Mary. And I'm just so thrilled that all of these people, Dan Thompson, Larissa Lala Romain, Krishna, that everyone, I am so thrilled that everyone is getting their moment
Yeah.
in this film, in the movies, at the movie theater, the way that movies should be seen. It's just so
Yeah.
exciting, and it's so rare as an actor
Hmm.
nowadays to get a film in theaters. It's not lost on me. I'm just like grateful doesn't cover it. I'm so fortunate.
That's amazing. Well, part of that, and we talk about this on the show, is that success mindset that you have to have, whether or not you're feeling it or not, and as creative types, we're hard on ourselves. So what do you tell yourself that kind of keeps you going through the whole thing, even with like, broken parts?
Yeah, you have to live as if.
Yeah.
You have to live as if. If this is another piece of advice I'd give to people that really want to do it. If you want to be a successful actor, if you want to be a successful athlete, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an attorney, if you want to be a bookkeeper, whatever it is, what does your life look like once you've achieved that? What does your house look like? How do you dress? How do you eat? Do you go to the gym? Are you a reader? In your vision, are you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be this, person that, goes on set and I'm always reading, the next great novel. Are you reading those novels now? Read them now. Am I that person that's a regular at a coffee shop because I always go in there to work on my scripts? Are you going to that coffee shop? These are things that you can do now. If you want to be a successful athlete and go, when I make it, I'm going to train at the gym 2 hours a day and double cardio. Do it now. You can. There are actionable things that you can do. And not all of these things have to cost money. The biggest luxury that you can have is your own time. If you can carve out time in your day, and I understand that with day jobs, and if you have children, if you have you have a family, you have two jobs, you're in school, it can be hard to do these things. But if you can take one actionable step a day, and if it's to be a really successful actor, if it's chipping away at 5 pages of a play a day, because in your head that version of you is reading plays all the time. If it's when I make it, I'm going to dress to the nines. Go on Depop and find those pieces, dig for them that you can get for $5 and start putting yourself together that way. I recently, even as recently as last week, had a sit down with myself and went, what what more could I be doing to live as if? And going, okay, it's this, it's this, it's this. I'm going to start doing this. Absolutely. That's what I would say. That's how you achieve it. You got to act as if, and
Amazing.
keep the hope. You have to know that you can do it. And it's not, you can't be cocky. You can't. That doesn't work in this industry. I don't think it works in a lot of industries. Maybe some, but I think many of them it really doesn't work. But be friendly. If you're on a set, make friends.
Mhm.
Thank people. Be gracious. And also know what you bring to the table. If you're trying to be a successful athlete, you can't say I am the best golfer you've ever seen. But when someone says that iron shot was really bad, you have to know maybe it wasn't my best, but I know that I can do a good iron shot. I
Mhm.
know that I'm great at that. Or if someone says that putt wasn't great, no, actually, that was a good putt.
Mhm.
I know it was. I know it was. Maybe you didn't think so. That's okay. But I know. You have to have a knowing. But it teeters, it can teeter on cocky, so you also have to be careful of that.
Ah, I love it. You need to be giving these speeches in schools.
I
Come
Hey,
on.
I would.
Yes. All right. Well, I see something. I see something new, Colin. That's wonderful.
We'll talk. We'll
You
talk.
know, and going along with that, with the message of the movie too, I think depending on what people have been through, they may get something different out of this. So what are you hoping that people will take away or think about after this? Besides,
I
oh, it's really fun.
Besides, yes,
Yeah.
hopefully. Hopefully they come away saying that they love it.
Yeah.
But in terms of the message of the film, I think that we live in such a capitalistic and like hyper success driven society, and to kind of go backwards from what I said to act as if, but it does go in turn with that.
Hmm.
If your dream is to live a slow life on the beach and you sell your trinkets on Etsy and you find a way to make it work with that, do it.
Hmm.
Do it. You do not have to make millions and millions of dollars to be happy. You do
Hmm.
not need to be flying in a private jet to be successful. If the dream of your life is to be a mom, you can totally do it. If the dream of your life is to be a bookkeeper in rural Maine, you can totally do it. You don't have to do, just because you were a kid that had an extraordinary talent for sport, or you had an extraordinary talent for writing, and you say, I might be really good at this, but I don't really want to be a professional lacrosse player. You don't have to.
Hmm.
You don't have to do what you think you should do just because everyone in your family is a doctor. You don't have to be a doctor. If you want to be a dry cleaner, go for it. You know, if you want to work in insurance, great. If you have to do what makes you happy and what you love. That doesn't mean it's easy, right? What I do for a living is what I love. I couldn't imagine doing it without it, but sometimes it's hard, it's scary, it can be bleak. It can there's very high highs and very low lows, but at the end of the day it's oxygen to me, and I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. So whatever that thing is in your head that you can't stop picturing yourself doing, go for it. Go for it. No matter
Yeah.
how big or small.
I love that. Well, after this, I cannot wait to see what you do next. So, what are we going to get next? More movies, more music? What's coming?
There's definitely some music in the works. Can't talk about it yet, but there's some potentially cool collaborations that'll be coming, so keep an eye out. But my next film is Dead of Night, directed by Derek Sullick, starring Dermot Mulroney, Scott Grimes, and myself.
Good. Oh, well, we can't wait for that. But for now, we're going to tell everybody to go to the movies and see this. It's important to see it on the big screen. And
Yeah.
we'll look forward to talking to you again very, very soon. Thank you so much for the wonderful answers.
Oh, thank you so much. This was so fun.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.